Coming up on this special edition of the Goldilocks Zone, we're doing something we've never done before. We're going to spin a yarn, tell a tale. We're going to give you a mystery, the likes of which you've never seen, live on the episode tonight. By the time we're done, we'll have a cast of characters, a multitude of mysteries, and hopefully one wonderful solution at the end. Stick around, because it's time for stories here on the Goldilocks Zone. Let's start. You're entering the Goldilocks Zone, episode number 20, recorded July 30th, 2015. Spinning yarns and telling tales. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Goldilocks Zone. I'm Sean Jennings, and I'm joined by the master of mayhem, Mr. Matt Mariani. A lot of alliteration going on there. Matt, how are you doing this week?
I'm doing quite all right. I am very ready to tell these tales as I am joined with my co-host, the jester of journeys, the Jennings of journeys, Sean Jennings.
That's me.
That's you.
That's me. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm a smart guy. Matt, I'm excited for tonight's show. You after when we were off air last week, after we finished up what I thought was a really fun episode on comic strips, you said, Sean, I'm really into mysteries right now, and I think we should make our own. And I said, Matt, that is crazy. That is insanity. It's impossible. It can't be done. So guess what we're doing tonight, Matt?
We are doing the impossible.
We are doing the impossible, living the dream. We're going to write our own mystery, Matt. Are you excited?
Very excited. I am on the edge of my seat. You can't see where my seat is, and especially if you're only listening. But I ensure you that I am on the edge of it.
Wow. Excellent.
I'm ensuring you on that.
Such excitement. Well, so here's how it's going to work, I think. Now, we're playing this by ear. Again, this is one of, like the game show episode, we're testing a format we've never done before. Here's how I think it's going to work. It's a little bit of improv. It's a little bit of creative writing, but mostly it's about the mystery. So we're going to develop some characters. They're going to have some adventures. There's going to be some sort of scenario, crime perhaps, that they have to solve or get to the bottom of, and hopefully by the end there'll be a conclusion to the tale. Now, this is all improv. It's all off the top of our heads. We're spinning a yarn here. I assure you, Matt did zero prep, and I did minimal prep. So this is all off the top of our heads. I forgot this was even happening. Yeah, see, exactly. So I, however, did some prep because, like improv, we need some prompts, right? You can't start from nothing, right?
Right.
You got to start somewhere. So I literally put ideas in a hat, okay? Can you? I don't know if you can hear the ideas shuffling around in there. And this is
they sound like good ideas.
Well, I hope they are. So I thought, Matt, the first thing we got to do is set a baseline, a foundation. We have to establish our characters and their normal setting before we put them into our mystery situation, right?
Right.
Okay. So this is the careers hat, you see? Careers.
Cool, careers.
And so we have to give our main protagonist a career. All right? So I'm going to pick a random one out of the hat. Now, I did write all these, but I don't know what one I'm actually picking. I think there's 10 careers in here, okay? This is totally at random. Can you feel the excitement, Matt? What do you think
the excitement is mounting.
What do you think it's going to be? Give me a prediction.
I'm going to say tax analyst.
Tax analyst, all right. It is... No, I don't like that one. We're not going to do that one. Let's pick a new one out of the hat here. It is a drug dealer.
Ooh.
It is our main character is a drug dealer. Now,
right.
Could be a hero drug dealer, a bad drug dealer. We don't know, but our main character is a drug dealer, okay?
I'll write that down.
All right.
On my whiteboard.
That's perfect. So we're going to get rid of this hat. And we have another hat because...
My marker's dried out.
There has to be a reason for our character to exist, right? Why do we care about this drug dealer? So we have I didn't realize the irony before we went on the air, but the New England Patriots hat is the crimes hat. That was purely unintentional, I promise you.
Brilliant.
And we've got a series of crimes in here.
There's a story in there.
Boy, is there. It's a Freudian slip of sorts, Matt. The crime our drug dealer will have to deal with is a missing person. Okay, someone is missing.
Okay, missing
person. Okay. Now there's one more hat we're going to get to a little later, and that is the lovely fedora here. It's called The Starting Point. All right, and this is a little bit of a twist to get the story going, but first we have to establish who is our drug dealer, who is missing, okay, and why we care about this character. Matt, how do you want to start?
Okay, well, all right. What we're going to do first is we're going to give the drug dealer a name.
Yes.
Because every character, you got to have a name, right?
That's very true.
Okay, well, you know what? First, maybe we should establish if this drug dealer is, in fact, a male or a female.
Okay, that's a good start. Now, no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say maybe female because
there you go. What a twist, right? People are gonna expect it to be male. I love it.
No one would expect
our
that, right?
Female drug dealer. Now, are we thinking kind of like a Walter White Breaking Bad kind of hero, but a dark hero character? Or are we thinking like a pretty hardcore, legitimate drug dealer? Or are we doing like a soccer mom in the suburbs who deals pot out of her basement drug dealer? I mean, there's a lot of ways to go. How nice or unpleasant gritty do you want to go with this?
I think that we should go as gritty as they come.
Wow. You want to go aggressive. You want to go like The Wire. You want to go
for the
hardcore.
Jugular.
Damn.
Let's make her a DA.
A district attorney?
Who is also
a drug dealer? Oh, wow. What? That is fascinating. And, you know, that's how the missing person could come in, because the missing person is not only maybe a seller of hers or a person in her crew, but it's also a case she's on as a DA.
Wow. Yeah. Or it's someone who knows her secret.
Yes.
By day, she's the DA. And by night, she is a drug dealer. A
drug dealer, yes.
But somebody has been able to lift the veil between both worlds. And they see how she is operating.
Oh, so now is this person threatening her? Is this like a blackmail situation? Do you think this person is just going to do it regardless? And what's the antagonist's motivation?
The antagonist is, well, I think that motivation is going to have to develop over time.
Oh, so we don't know why she's being presumably blackmailed.
Yeah,
we just
I think
know
maybe that'll happen eventually. We'll get to that as the story unfolds.
Okay, what's our character's name? She needs a name. We can't keep calling her her.
There's true that. I would like to put out there that her name is Carlita.
Carlita. Now, is that her real name or her drug dealer name? Or
that would be her drug dealer name.
Her drug dealer name. She goes on the street by Carlita.
But she is known to her DA circles as
Cassie Thompson.
Good. Okay.
Like the straightest, most boring name you could think of. District Attorney Cassie Thompson. At night, Carlita. Notorious drug dealer. What drug does she deal?
She deals strictly in, I want to say, crocodile. Have you heard of crocodile?
Yes, I think that's, wow, that is hardcore stuff.
That's really hardcore.
That's very hardcore stuff.
She's a crocodile dealer.
Now, the one piece missing, I think, is our missing person. Now, is that the person blackmailing her? Or is it a different missing person?
Different missing person.
Different missing person. Now, is the missing person from her DA life or her drug dealing life?
Oh, wow. How about neither? How about from her personal life?
Okay. So
she
like
never mixes
a husband or a
life.
boyfriend?
How about, in a twist, her brother?
Yeah.
Who she doesn't know is actually not her brother, but her best friend from childhood.
What?
Who she only thinks is her brother because of an accident that messed with her brain. I don't know. I'm coming up with too many.
Yeah, all right. Back that up. I like it. All right. A male is missing. He is part of her personal life.
Yeah.
Is it a relative? Is it a friend?
A friend.
A friend. A
dear
good friend.
Yes.
Sort of like her
best friend.
her sidekick of sorts.
Best childhood friend.
Best childhood friend. What is that friend's name?
Cornelius.
Cornelius. Love it. Sold. So let's set the stage here. District Attorney Cassie Thompson. By day, a district attorney putting criminals behind bars, but at night, she is known on the streets as Carlita. She sells crocodile to people on the street. Now, she has two major events going on in her life. One, she's being blackmailed by a mysterious figure who is threatening to expose her secret. On the other hand, her childhood friend Cornelius has vanished.
Wait, I want to change his name.
Okay.
Dylan.
Dylan. Love it. Dylan is missing.
Yeah.
And she has to get to the bottom of it using all the skills she's learned as both a DA and a drug dealer.
Okay.
All right, Matt, are you ready for the final hat?
I'm ready.
In here are a bunch of plot points, okay? And we're going to use this to start the actual story, okay? We got our foundation. We're going to pick one out of here. You ready?
I'm ready.
I'm not going to look, I
I'm ready
promise.
for this.
All right. And out of the fedora, an explosion.
What?
An explosion rocks the courthouse.
An explosion has to happen. All right.
Well, okay, where does the explosion strike? Is it the courthouse or her drug den where she manufactures crocodile?
She
Or
doesn't
a third
manufacture
location.
it. She sells it.
She sells it? Okay.
The explosion is actually going to. I like the courthouse.
The courthouse.
Idea.
Okay.
We'll run with that.
She's presenting a case. Someone is testifying. Boom! Big explosion rocks the courthouse. Debris everywhere. Smoke. The fire alarm going off in the background. She stumbles herself awake. Then what happens?
Oh man. Okay. Cassie Thompson thinks to herself, "Am I alive? Am I still dreaming?"
And maybe in the rubble, in the smoke, in the haze, she's disoriented, right? Her ears are ringing, and in the distance, what does she see? Her friend, who's missing. Her childhood best friend walk by in the distance. Now, she can't be sure it's him, but God, it sure looks like him.
The smoke obscures her vision.
Exactly. She doesn't know.
She's not entirely sure.
Is it a hallucination? Is it real?
She can taste blood in her mouth.
It sure looks like her missing friend. Mysterious. I love it. All right. What next?
Starting point.
If you were Cassie Thompson, what would you do next? You've got a blackmailer. You've got a missing friend who you may have seen at the site of a giant explosion. What do you do next?
First thing I'm doing is I want to survey the scene. I want to see who is around me that I know of that is alive. Who's alive?
You want to look for clues. I got you.
People are alive. Yeah, because I lived through it. So, all right, we're gonna look around. We're gonna look around the destroyed courthouse.
Okay, looking around.
And what do we see? What do we see around us?
What do we see? Well, we see bodies strewn. We see people stumbling to get up. A collapsed wall, perhaps.
Okay. All right. So do we see? Is the judge alive? Or is he dead?
The judge is alive. Sure.
Okay, we're gonna run over to him. We're gonna help him up off the ground.
Okay.
Or wherever he's in the rubble, and we're pulling him up. And we're gonna say, "Are you okay, Justice Christofferson?"
Yes.
No, he has a German accent. He's Christofferson. He's from Germany.
Gustav Christofferson. Okay.
Justice Gustav Christofferson.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Do you want me to do a German accent? Is that what you're implying?
Yes. He's German.
Yeah.
He has to have an accent.
I am good. Yeah. That's about it.
How can you be good, Justice Gustafsson? You have a metal beam sticking out through your chest.
District Attorney, go get the bad man who did explosions.
Okay, Justice Gustafsson, I'll never forget the day you appointed me DA. It was the proudest moment of my life.
I am dying. And then he dies.
Oh,
tragic. But now you have motivation
Gustafsson, no.
to get justice.
Okay, I need justice.
You need
for justice.
Okay.
All right. So we pick ourselves up. We dust off the pantsuit. We get up and we run out of the burning rubble of that once was the courthouse,
Yes.
and we pursue who we think is our childhood friend Dylan.
Slash top suspect.
Current top suspect.
That's right.
Okay. But just as we're running down the street, we collapse immediately.
Oh my God.
Realizing that we can't hear anything because the explosion has popped one of our eardrums.
Okay.
We're off balance.
And
we're
stumble.
We're delusional.
We stumble.
We stumble toward a payphone. And the payphone is ringing.
Oh my God.
We pick up the payphone.
Reach out the hello.
And it says, I am coming for you.
Oh my God, Russian mobster character. Oh no.
I am not Russian mobster. My name is
Leslie.
Leslie. From payphone service.
Is your payphone working? Yes.
We're going to get you, D.A. Cassie Thompson.
Oh my God.
Unless you meet us at dock in 24 hours.
Oh my God.
$5 million bag.
Oh my God.
Unmarked bills.
Oh my unmarked bills. This is terrifying. Okay. Wow. All right. I'm Cassie Thompson. What am I going to do? I need $5 million. I'm going to go to my drug supplier, right? He's got to have $5 million, right? He's supplying all this crocodile to me.
That's right.
It makes perfect sense.
You know, crocodile business wasn't what it was in the 1990s, so I'm not really sure. We'll have to go to him and find out.
Okay.
See what's going on.
So I go to the drug warehouse where I get the drugs. Okay, it says drug warehouse on the front. It's kind of like Sam's Club. You need a membership, but you end up saving because you get it in bulk. Okay, so we go into drug warehouse, and Cassie is stopped at the door by men with guns.
Yes. Uh-oh.
And what do the men with guns say to Cassie?
They say, there's no use coming here, Cassie Thompson. LeBron has already been kidnapped.
What?
Levon has already been kidnapped.
Levon, the drug lord, he's already been kidnapped.
He's already been kidnapped.
Who hasn't been kidnapped? This is crazy.
And then they say, don't you worry about it, Cassie Thompson.
Oh my
God. Your secret's safe with us.
Then what I as Cassie Thompson would say is, you bodyguard type men seem very unfazed that your boss has been kidnapped and is now missing. Why aren't you more concerned?
And they say, don't worry about it.
Okay. And I, as Cassie Thompson, say that seems very reasonable. I will not be worried about it. Thank you.
Hey, union break. We gotta go home to our wife and kids.
Gotta have a pastrami
see you later,
sandwich.
Cassie Thompson.
Okay, and then they leave.
And they leave.
So what does Cassie Thompson do?
Well, now that they've left, she's gonna go investigate.
She enters the warehouse looking for clues.
She enters the drug den.
And
looking
Matt,
for LeBron.
Matt, I'm going to give you an out here. If you'd like, at any point, we can go back to the fedora for another plot point, or we can keep telling the story. It's up to you.
Let's keep telling the story.
Okay.
I don't need it quite
yet.
The
hat is here. Just tell me when you need the hat.
Like the wheels might be slowing down.
We got all kinds of stuff in there.
Sounds good.
All right.
Okay.
Go into the warehouse. It's mostly abandoned, dimly lit, dripping water. Concrete floors, very spooky. What does Cassie stumble upon first in the warehouse?
The first thing she sees is LeBron's favorite pen.
LeBron's favorite pen.
But it's been disassembled.
Oh my goodness.
The parts of the pen are actually forming an arrow.
Oh my God. He left her a clue.
Yes. That's what Cassie Thompson thinks immediately, because the top of the pen has been unscrewed. The little spring was stretched out really thin. It's almost like an arrow pointing directly at a locked ottoman.
A locked ottoman, like one you would put your feet on.
Yes. It's an ottoman but it has a padlock.
It has a padlocked ottoman, okay? Okay, sure. So Cassie, she sees the arrow, she follows the clue, she goes to the ottoman, but it's locked.
She does not have a key for it.
She does not have a key for it, Matt. How is she going to get in the ottoman?
Lucky for Cassie Thompson, her second ex-husband was a locksmith.
Oh, going to a little backstory here. I love it. All right.
And he taught her how to pick any lock using the spring
From a pen.
pen.
Oh, my God. This is like Pulitzer stuff right here. I love it. Okay.
So she goes and gets the spring of the pen. She configures it into the perfect lockpick.
Mm-hmm.
And she proceeds to pick the lock of the ottoman.
Okay. It takes her a minute. She gets through it. The lock pops open effortless. She removes the lock, opens the padlock, and slowly, dramatically opens the lid to the ottoman, and inside she finds...
She finds whatever's in that hat.
Oh, we're going for the hat.
We're going for the hat.
What
Let's
does
see
she
what
find
she
in
finds.
there? She finds blood everywhere.
Oh my God! Everywhere
It's
in
full
the
to the
top.
brim with blood.
All right. There's blood everywhere inside the
Everywhere.
ottoman.
It's literally
And-
sloshing around.
But right in the middle of all of the blood is a human ear.
Oh my God! Floating atop the ottoman full of blood.
And
yes,
a bloodstained note
a bloodstained note.
that says C 572901.
C572901. Okay.
C5729.
Very cryptic.
I'm writing it down.
Okay.
C572901. And she flips the note over to the back.
Yes.
And the back of the note says the word alone.
Ooh,
A-
I love it.
LONE.
Oh my God. This is I am creeped out right now. Matt, what does Cassie do next? She has the note, an ear, an ottoman full of blood. What does she do next? Does she know what the clue on the note means?
She has no idea what the C572901 might mean, but she thinks that the word alone is actually an anagram for something.
Oh my God, someone's playing with her mind.
Yes, because she knows that alone, because she's a very good, she's good with anagrams. She sees that it actually can be rearranged to form the word Elone.
Elone?
Oh
my
my
God.
And she
Elone.
realized
It's
it
all
comes
becoming
back-
clear.
It all becomes clear. She owes an E-loan to the bank.
To the bank. She owes an
bank.
E-loan to the bank. Matt, why does she have an E-loan from the bank?
I'm sorry, not the bank. Did I say the bank?
Oh,
She owes it to Morgan Stanley.
Morgan Stanley.
Morgan Stanley.
The professional wrestler? Morgan
No.
Stanley, who affectionately in the ring goes by the name The Bank?
Morgan Stanley in this world, in this fictional world that we are creating,
Uh-huh.
is the name of a multi-billion-dollar oil refinery
Okay.
right outside of Dallas, where this story is taking place.
Okay.
She owes them a lot of money because she buys the oil from them that's used in crocodile.
Oh, okay.
The oil is essentially like boiled down to make crocodile.
Okay.
I think that's how it works.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's
it's
how
a byproduct of oil production?
I guess. Probably. Who knows?
Okay. Sure.
So then she has to pay them a lot of money on the e-loan.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. So to recap, Dallas District Attorney / drug dealer Cassie Thompson / Carlita is in trouble. A courthouse has been blown up. A man on a payphone tells her to meet him later.
Yep.
She immediately runs to her drug dealer, her supplier, who has gone missing, and inside of the warehouse she finds a cryptic clue inside of an ottoman full of blood with an ear, a note, and an anagram that refers to an e-loan she took from Morgan Stanley, billionaire oil refining magnate who sells the oil to Cassie to make the crocodile she sells as Carlita.
Oil byproduct.
Oil byproduct. Gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay, so we're on the same page here.
So that's what's happening right now. And she needs the next step. She realizes it's getting dark. And she needs to go meet the gentleman that she spoke to on the phone.
The Russian mobster named Leslie. Yes. Okay, so she goes to the docks, right? She doesn't know who she's going to meet, a mysterious Russian man over the phone. When she gets there, what is the first thing she sees?
She's carrying a bag.
Okay.
And
what's in the bag?
The bag is filled with money. The money that she needs to pay this Leslie.
Okay, where did she get the money, Matt?
$3 million.
Yes, correct.
Well, we're going to find out. We're going to find out.
All right.
That.
Don't want to jump ahead here. Okay, so she's got a bag, $3 million.
Now the Leslie comes forward, and he has what appears to be the figure of a man with a sack over his head, hands tied behind his back, and it appears that he's in some pretty rough shape.
Oh my goodness.
Also looks like he's been profusely bleeding from the ear.
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, you can see the bloodstains on the bag. And
all right,
there are three. There are three burly Russian mobsters.
Uh-huh. Led by Leslie.
Of
course, Cassie's there. What did you do to him? Who is that?
What is in the bag, Leslie? Please do give us the money first.
I got your money, but you got to show me he's still alive.
She is the feisty one, is she not? Okay. You win this time, Leslie. We will show you who it is under the bag. They walk over. They grab the sack that's covering the man's head. Mm-hmm. They pull the sack off. Surprise, it's her second ex-husband, the locksmith.
What? Another character? What? This is crazy.
And he says, Leslie, I was just making some tea, and these burly men broke into my house, and they kidnapped me. He's played by Michael Caine.
Oh, okay, all right. Then what did they do? How did you lose your ear?
He says, don't believe a thing that they've told you. And Leslie says, oh no. It's Chris Christophson.
Okay.
My second ex-husband.
Okay, well, okay.
Here's your stupid money. And then she throws the bag of money at them, but it's not money. There are live crabs in the bag.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! They fall out of the bag. And
live
they go all
crab.
over the Russian mobsters, and they go, "Oh no!" And they get distracted.
And she goes, "Run!
Let's go, run!" And she grabs
Chris.
But before she can get away, one of the mobsters breaks free and shoots Chris right in the back of the head.
Oh my god!
He falls down. And just as the lights are starting to dim, he says to her, C5 72901.
Oh my god. And then with his last breath, he repeats the code that was on the note next to his severed ear. And then he dies. No, what does he say?
What was once must never be again.
What was once must never be again. You might want to write this down. What was once will never... Okay.
Okay.
And then does he die?
And then he dies.
And then he dies. He perishes, bleeding out on the pier. Meanwhile, in the background, the 3 Russian mobsters are still fending off crabs. What does
Nope,
Cassie...
they're done. They fed it off the crabs, and now they've got Cassie under their custody.
Oh my God!
Cassie Thompson, head DA of Dallas. And they say, "You're going to come with us. We have something to show you."
Oh my God! And so they put a sack over her head, throw her in a car. Where does she end up, Matt?
She ends up in the sewers, where the operation is taking place.
The famous Dallas sewers, yes.
The Dallas sewers. And it turns out that they're going to let her in on a big secret.
Oh my God, a big secret, Matt.
They're using the old oil refineries outside of Dallas to power a spaceship.
Okay, the refineries are powering spaceships.
They're digging that they're doing. They're using the kinetic energy in the oil drills to power the engines of a very large spaceship because they're bringing the cosmonaut program back.
Okay, I didn't realize it left, but
they're saying the Soviet era cosmonaut.
Okay.
And she's in the sewers. They pull the bag off her head, and she meets the leader, who is one of the bodyguards from the bodyguard she was talking to at the drug den scene.
Of course.
And he said, "Hey, we said we're Union, right? We didn't tell you it was Soviet Union."
Love it. That's when you cut to commercial.
Boom.
Brilliant. Great end of act. All right. We return. Cassie Thompson, Dallas DA/drug dealer, captured by Soviet-era mobsters in the Dallas sewers, letting her in on a giant conspiracy. That's right. The Soviet Union is back and is launching spaceships using the power of oil drills from U.S. refineries owned by billionaire Morgan Stanley. Wow, this is shocking.
Wow.
Now, Cassie is very surprised. She's been through a lot today. A courthouse explosion, the death of her drug dealer, as well as her locksmith. Well, actually, we don't know if her drug dealer died. He just went missing. We know the lockpick is dead. We know there's a cryptic code.
Yeah.
Matt, what's next?
C572901 is the code.
Interesting, right? A code.
That's the code she found in the locked ottoman.
Filled with blood. Yes,
filled
correct.
With blood and a human ear.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So now she's in their hideout. They've explained their plan to her, and she says, "What has this all got to do with me?" And then the Teamster mobster / Soviet cosmonaut
spy
program leader.
Yes.
He's the leader of the program, and he says, "Hey, what's it not got to do with your sweet cheeks?" And he says, "We need somebody like you to go up into space to test our rocket.
Okay.
And if you don't go, we're going to tell everybody about your secret, Carlita."
Holy shit. You're telling me the Brooklyn accented Soviet Union cosmonaut spy was the one blackmailing her the whole time?
Oh shit. I don't know. Is that what I said?
I don't know. Is that what you said?
Seems to be what's happening.
Oh my God. It's been a conspiracy the whole time. They didn't think they'd have to kidnap her and bring her in.
No,
they thought they could do it from a distance.
Yeah. They brought her in.
But when the explosion at the courthouse was triggered, they knew the plan had to kick into overdrive and they had to bring her in.
And now she's part of their system. She's part of their scheme. Or is she?
All right, Matt. She was brought in. They are threatening to expose her secret unless she goes along with the plan.
That's right.
Then what does she do?
Idea hat.
Idea hat.
We need an idea hat.
Okay, I'm gonna
Hook
warn
me up
you.
with one of those ideas.
I hope you like what I pull because I wrote these ahead of time. All right, Cassie wakes up in a hospital room.
Wait, what? Oh, what a twist!
What a twist! She wakes up in a hospital room.
Okay, she's now in the hospital room.
Someone hits her over the head. She blacks out and wakes up in a hospital room.
She says, "What was that? Was that all just a dream?
Was that just a dream?" And she looks around the hospital room, but something seems a little off.
There's no. I mean, if this were a hospital room, there'd be doctors, right? I don't see any doctors.
And she also
As a matter of fact, I don't see any nurses either.
And she looks around. She notices, why is there no television in this room? There's televisions in all the rooms, and I don't see. There's no phone either. This is quite strange. She gets out of her bed and goes into the hallway. What does she then see?
She's not in the hospital room.
Oh my God!
She's on a spaceship.
Oh my!
Oh no!
Boom! Holy shit!
They put her on the spaceship. And she only thought she was in a hospital room because she was delusional from the blow she took to the head.
I was about to say, that's kind of a shitty ruse because you figured it out in like 2 seconds.
It wasn't a ruse. It was just a delusion.
It was a delusion. She gets clarity. She realizes she wasn't in a hospital room. She is on a spaceship. Now, this is a spaceship you're telling me that's already in space?
She looks out the window and she can't tell if she's already in space or if it's just the night sky she's looking at.
Above Dallas, Texas, yes.
She can't see anything around her.
Oh my
save
God.
for one bright green light.
Wow.
Coming from in the distance.
Wow. Okay. Bright green light. She's in what is clearly a spaceship. Okay. What does she do next?
She's sitting at the control panel.
Oh my God. She goes into the cockpit.
She sees on the screen, it says C5. God.
It's the launch code for the ship.
And she quickly remembers that she knows binary code. And in binary code, if you change the 1 to a 0, that powers the system off. Because 1 is on and 0 is off.
It's brilliant.
So she types in 72900 instead of 01.
Oh my God, because she doesn't want to turn the ship on. She wants to turn it off.
To escape. So then, as soon as she does that, she's able to open the door and escape to realize that she is still in Dallas, Texas.
Oh my God, she stumbles out of the ship. And what is before her?
And right in front of her is a big statue of Vladimir Lenin.
Oh my God.
She's not in Texas. She's in Moscow.
Oh my God. She wakes up in what she thinks is a hospital room, but it turns out it is a spaceship. She powers it down. She walks out, and she is in Moscow, Russia. That is insane.
Wow. So now she's in Moscow, Russia.
Yes.
And the Russian cosmonauts are all around her. They're testing the launch sequence. They're working on computers and machines and stuff because she's in their base because she just escaped from the rocket. And then she realizes what she can do now is she can expose their whole plan.
Oh my God, from the inside.
Yeah. So she's going to go around and she quickly takes out her iPhone and starts taking pictures of the whole operation and putting them on Twitter.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
Because everyone follows the Dallas DA on Twitter.
Yeah. She's really popular. And luckily, who's one of her top friends on Twitter?
Who?
Morgan Stanley.
Billionaire oil refinery owner.
Eccentric billionaire or oil refinery owner. Morgan Stanley sees what they're doing.
Yeah.
She's able to take pictures of the oil refineries that are indirectly powering this cosmonaut program.
Yes.
The union guy, whose name happens to be Brian.
Okay.
Brian, the union rep. He comes out and he says, "Hey, I thought we told you to stay in the cockpit." And she goes, "Oh no, it's Brian." And he goes, "That's right. Now we're going to have to put an end to you and the whole DA program." And
Okay. Okay. Keep
then
going.
right, but all right, and then they're about to apprehend her, but right before it happens, the roof opens up and a helicopter appears. On the tail of the helicopter, it says Stanley Enterprises.
Oh,
Morgan
shit.
Stanley's there.
Oh, shit. This is where
And-
we learn he's not a villain.
No, well, I mean, it really depends on how you look at it. Depends on your point of view.
Oh, the
But
anti-hero.
anyway,
Love it.
because he's definitely, he's definitely anti-union, but at the same time, he will really go and bat for the little guy. He's just one
love
of those CEOs.
Love it.
So if he's a bad guy or a good guy, it really depends. But anyway, in this case, he's there to save Cassie Thompson. And he parachutes out of the helicopter with a
Which seems really
flamethrower.
unnecessary. Yes. Okay.
And he says, "Your game is through, Brian
The union guy.
Fedorikovsky,
Uh-huh.
the Soviet." And he says, "Oh no, looks like my plan is through, but you haven't seen the last of me, Brian Sidorkovsky." And he
Okay.
flies away in the jetpack. No one knows where he went. And then she says, "But there's only one thing. Thank you, Morgan Stanley, but there's only one thing I have left to do."
Yes.
She says, "I have to kill you."
What?
And he goes, "What?"
She pulls
But
around and
before
whips out a gun. This is
she
shocking.
whips out a gun and aims it at his head.
Point blank. This is unbelievable.
And he says, "Why?" And she says, "Because you haven't paid your price for blowing up the DA courtroom."
Oh my God! It
Oh,
was Morgan
man.
Stanley.
How
the
did she
whole-
figure it out? Let's go back and look at the clues.
Oh my God! They were there the whole time.
Number 1, Ottoman. Okay. Morgan Stanley
Oh my God!
always keeps his Ottoman locked, no matter what. He
Yes,
has a lock
he's
on it.
very particular about the
He's
safety of his ottoman.
Extremely
I
cautious
forgot
with
about
sensitive
that.
information, and only she would have known. Also, think about it. That warehouse of hers also happens to be right next to Morgan Stanley refineries.
Oh my God! It was owned
So
by a
he knew
shell
about it.
corporation.
I can't
Wow.
even believe this.
And of course, who else would have access to the quantity of blood needed to fill an entire ottoman?
Probably a doctor.
Probably Dr. Morgan
Dr.
Stanley.
Morgan Stanley.
Oh
That's
my
right.
God!
Oh shit.
This is
It all
shocking.
adds up. It all fits together.
Except for one important question.
What happened to LeBron?
That is also a good question.
We never addressed
My question was, why did Morgan Stanley blow up the courthouse?
because he was in on it. He was in on the whole crocodile scheme. He was supplying them with the oil, and he knew that
If the Brian, the union guy, exposed Cassie as a drug dealer, he would be implicated in the whole thing, and it would take down his billion-dollar empire.
But we're forgetting one thing.
And what is that, Matt?
What once was must never be again.
Ah.
And just then, what happens in the cosmonaut facilities? But a giant crater opens up.
Oh my God.
Crawling out of the crater is a gigantic pterodactyl-like creature that is actually has been kept there the whole time
Oh my God.
by the Soviets and Morgan Stanley. Well, he's dead now, but Cassie grabs his flamethrower that he was holding, defeats the monster, and says, "What once was must never be again."
Wow.
Wow.
That is a hell of a twist. Matt, I think...
No, don't applaud that.
I think you get a round
Don't
of applause.
applaud that. No, I don't deserve a round of applause. No one does
Matt,
for that.
you
That
have
was
a creative
travesty.
mind. Matt, we're out of time.
Holy cow.
That is how the story ends.
What a story we told today.
What a story. It went from all across, from Dallas, Texas to Moscow, Russia, from
We took our
spaceships to
listeners on an
crocodile
adventure.
to Ottomans and courthouses to pterodactyls and Morgan Stanley. Matt, I doubt our viewers had fun. I know I had fun, and I think that's really what matters.
I had a good time. That was fun.
I enjoyed it. I like
I was
these
exercising the creative part of my brain.
this improv sort of thing is fun. So I'm a big fan.
I like it. I think we should do it more often.
And the good news is, if we ever want to do it again, I still got some suggestions left in
very cool.
in the fedora hat. So
All right.
put it with the other
Well,
hats.
if we haven't alienated all of our viewers, we'll be back next week with another cool
I will
show.
assure our listeners and viewers that next week will be a normal program, the kind you have come to expect. No more shenanigans for a couple weeks. I promise.
Goldilocks zone. What is normal?
What is normal?
Anyway.
Exactly. Well, good. Well, that was fun. I hope everyone out there enjoyed it as much as we did. Let's do questions, and then we'll wrap up after that. We have to do last week's question. Now, if you remember, Matt, last week we did comic strips, the Sunday funnies, all your favorite, and we asked the question, what are the best and worst comic strip mashups you can think of, taking two characters from two different strips, bringing them together, and seeing what happens? It's an interesting question. Would you like me to go first, Matt, or would you like to go first?
I would go first. I answered this question last week after our show.
Yes.
I don't remember what my answer was, but I really liked it.
I
wish
remember.
I would remember it. You remember what it was?
I do. I think I do, and it was that the kid from Zitz should enroll with Beetle Bailey.
The kid from Zitz gets drafted into the army, and he's in the Beetle Bailey comic.
Yes.
That's the crossover,
Yes.
Zitz and Beetle Bailey.
And then I just thought, in another crossover, he could intern at Dilbert's company as well.
Oh, okay.
And I think that would be an interesting crossover.
And then he comes home to his pet cat, Garfield.
just put the guy from Zitz in every comic. just hanging out with the family from Family Circus for no reason.
Or John Arbuckle invites Dilbert home to meet Garfield. But then Dilbert quickly realizes, because he's very perceptive, realizes that John Arbuckle is a sociopath and leaves immediately. Yeah, I think that I could see that happen.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
I was also thinking I would be interested to have John Arbuckle from Garfield hang out with the guy from Blondie and just talk about how emasculated both of them are.
Yeah,
it'd be it'd just be sad. I don't know.
That would work out pretty well.
Yeah.
Or we could have...
And then bring in the dad from Family Circus as well and just have like the...
the Emasculated Dads Club?
Yes, love it.
I don't know. I feel like the dad from Family Circus is one of those dads that would like just not take any guff from anybody. Secretly deep down.
I bet he was like secretly CIA at one point and like has military experience.
He's probably the director of the CIA.
Yeah. This is just his cover family.
Some real Green Beret type.
Oh, definitely.
Real classic.
He saw some things. Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Wow.
Well, this has been quite the show.
It has. We do have a question for next week. Matt and I, we took our shots at being creative. You can be the judge if it was any good. Our question is, what's your take on the ending of our story? How would you change it? How would you continue it? We want to know your thoughts. In your imagination, what you think life would be like with Cassie Thompson, DA/drug dealer, and her merry band of characters. Whatever happened to Brian, the Union guy who jetpacked away? Did Cassie survive her fight with the pterodactyl? And what's next for our merry band of characters? We want to hear from you at Goldilocks Show on Twitter, as always.
What happened to LeVron?
And what happened to LeVron?
I don't know. We'll have to find out.
We want to know from you at Goldilocks Show or GoldilocksShow@gmail.com as well. Thanks everybody for watching. I remind everybody GoldilocksShow.com is website, and of course get all our audio episodes at SoundCloud.com/GoldilocksShow. We're available on YouTube, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and most places podcasts are available as well. Be sure to check us out there. We'll be back next time with a regular episode topic TBD. It should be an exciting one. Matt, anything else you'd like to tell the fans at home before we conclude?
Next time you write a story, make sure you have longer than 30 minutes to tell it.
Really great creative writing advice, Matt.
It takes a lot of thought.
It does.
Like, I'm ready for bed now because I spent a lot of thinking.
Imagine if we had gotten a few beers in you.
A lot of brain cells. Yeah.
Oof.
All right.
Very cool. Well,
but
thanks.
It was a fun time.
We did. I thought it. Hey, listen, we had fun. That's why we do the show, Matt. Right? As long as we have fun, the fans will have fun.
That's right.
That's exactly it. Well,
we're fun people.
We are fun people. I love it. On behalf of Matt, I'm Sean. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on the Goldilocks Zone.